Join us as we dive into the state of New Mexico, a land known for its stunning landscapes, rich cultural heritage, and vibrant communities. We'll explore its diverse geography, bustling economy, and diverse population, giving you a glimpse into what makes this state unique. Get ready to discover the many sides of the land of enchantment. New Mexico officially became a state on January 6, 1912, and is home to a population of 2.1 million people. With a total area of 122,000 square miles, the state has a relatively low population density of 17 people per square mile. New Mexico is the only state in the United States with an official state question: red or green? This refers to the traditional New Mexican cuisine and the popular choice between red or green chili peppers. The state flower of New Mexico is not actually a flower, but a plant native to the region called the yucca. It is also known as the lamp of God, due to its long, candle-like stalks. New Mexico is home to the largest hot air balloon festival in the world, called the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. It takes place every October and attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors from around the world. The racial composition in the state of New Mexico is diverse, with a significant proportion of white Caucasian individuals at 1.4 million. However, the state also has a large Hispanic, Latino population at 1 million, making it the second largest racial group. Native Alaskan individuals make up 198,000 of the state's population, highlighting the state's strong ties to indigenous cultures. Black African Americans make up a smaller proportion of the population at 46,000, but their presence adds to the state's racial diversity. Overall, New Mexico's racial composition reflects its rich cultural history and traditions. The most populous ancestries in the state of New Mexico are Mexican, German, English, Navajo, and Irish, according to the most recent data. With a population of 683,000, or 32.4% of the state's population, Mexican ancestry is the largest and most prominent in New Mexico. German, English, and Irish ancestries also make up a significant percentage, with 8%, 7%, and 6.1% respectively. The presence of Navajo ancestry, which makes up 6.3% of the state's population, reflects the strong Native American heritage in New Mexico. The state of New Mexico has a fairly balanced sex ratio, with slightly more females than males. At the time of this data, there were 1.1 million females and 1 million males, with a male-to-female ratio of 98.8 males per 100 females. The most populous age group for both males and females is the 10 to 14 years range, accounting for 3.5% and 3.4% of the population respectively. This indicates a relatively youthful population in the state. In the state of New Mexico, the majority of births occur among women aged 20 to 34, with a total of 18,227 births, making up 70.6% of all births. Women aged 15 to 19 account for a smaller percentage of births at 5.9%, with a total of 1,535 births. There is also a notable number of births among women aged 35 to 50, with 6,063 births, making up 23.5% of all births. In total, there were 25,825 births in New Mexico, with an average of 55 births per 1,000 women. In the state of New Mexico, the age bracket with the highest rate of non-marital childbearing is between 15 to 19 years old, with a total of 1,535 births. Out of these births, 90%, 1,382, were to unmarried women. On the other hand, the age bracket with the lowest rate of non-marital childbearing is between 35 to 50 years old, with a total of 6,063 births. Only 29.7%, 1,801, of these births were to unmarried women. This data suggests that younger women in New Mexico are more likely to have children outside of marriage, while older women are more likely to have children within a marriage. In the state of New Mexico, there is a clear trend of higher rates of non-marital childbearing among individuals with lower levels of education. Among those who have less than a high school education, the majority of births, 73%, were to unmarried women. This trend continues with a 60.1% rate of non-marital childbearing among high school graduates. On the other hand, those with higher levels of education, such as a graduate degree and bachelor's degree, had significantly lower rates of non-marital childbearing at 9.9% and 18.9%, respectively. This suggests that there may be a correlation between education level and likelihood of getting married before having children in the state of New Mexico. The state of New Mexico has a diverse economy with a per capita income of $29,624. This indicates that on average, each person in the state earns a relatively modest income. However, the median household income of $54,020 and median family income of $66,533 paint a slightly different picture, suggesting that there are a significant number of households and families earning higher incomes. This may be due to the presence of industries such as oil and gas, tourism, and federal government employment, which offer higher-paying jobs in the state. Overall, the income range in New Mexico reflects a mix of both modest and higher incomes among its residents. Earnings in the state of New Mexico reflect a noticeable income gap between male and female workers, with median earnings for men at $36,735 and for women at $27,076. This results in a 26.3% disparity in income between the genders. Despite this gap, the overall median earnings in the state stand at $31,889, showcasing the relatively equal distribution of earnings for both genders. However, the challenging job market and limited opportunities for career growth in certain industries may contribute to the income gap in New Mexico. These statistics highlight the need for continued efforts to achieve pay equity and promote inclusivity in the workplace. Poverty remains a significant issue in the state of New Mexico, with 378,896 individuals, or 18.3% of the population, living below the poverty line. This includes 174,816 males and 204,080 females, with a higher percentage of female poverty at 19.5%. The data also shows that younger age brackets are particularly vulnerable to poverty, with 30% of 5-year-old males and 28% of females under the age of 5 living in poverty. This highlights the urgent need for addressing poverty in New Mexico, especially among the most vulnerable members of society. In conclusion, examining the social, demographic, and economic characteristics of New Mexico highlights the unique and diverse makeup of the state. With ZipAtlas, viewers can continue exploring this information and compare it to other states, cities, area codes, and zip codes in the U.S. Visit ZipAtlas for a deeper understanding of the nation.